Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel, where we work generally with the energy of the moon, but I am doing the monthly readings, which I like to do based on the sun sign season, and it's your sun sign season, so happy birthday to you. This reading is for August 23rd to September 22nd, so it absolutely counts as an August reading if you comment on the video before August 31st, on or before, because over the weekend then I'm going to start counting the comments and putting them into the basket and trying to see who gets the free video reading. So you'll want to be sure and comment on as many of the August videos as possible. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see where the energy is going to be for you. This is in your first house of you. Wow. And Venus, who rules Libra, is hanging out in your sign for the beginning of the season, and so she's going to bring a little anxiety, I'm afraid, around the area of love just in general. But let's see what we get for you. What's the focus? So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to do a 9-card spread. I have the cards to clarify, and let's just see what happens here. So areas to concentrate on for you. You have choice, free will, courage, willpower, and change. So this will be a solar plexus chakra, which is definitely being highlighted because you received both the solar plexus chakra and the specific area. So choosing what you want to do, what you want to focus on for the next year is going to be really important. This is a monthly reading though, but because it's in your sun sign also, the energy is kind of really you setting yourself up for the year ahead. So kind of be thinking along those lines. Also, that new moon in Virgo is all about getting things organized, getting things set up, and really being able to push forward with an agenda of something, and the energy supporting that will be around for like the next 4 or 5 months. So you actually can get an awful lot done if you choose to. And so 2 areas to focus on is vitality, strength, body image, and balance. So physical health. And honesty. And this isn't you being honest because you're very honest. This is about you not being afraid to speak your truth. We have truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. And so finding the way to speak your truth in a way in which people want to hear it is important. Sometimes when we're speaking the truth and we're rattling things off, oh, my nose is itching. Okay, so definitely got to get this message out to you. So when you are right, which is often, find a way to give that information out to people in a way that they can hear it, accept it, use the information, and you can promote the kind of changes you're trying to promote, and maintain the integrity of your relationship. So I'm not saying don't speak the truth. I'm saying find gentle ways to do it. You know, the little sandwich approach of where you say things like, you know, I really love you, and this is something that I really feel the need to talk to you about. Hold on a second. I don't know why, because I don't read these in the reverse, but maybe that one has something that points. Okay, so, wow, that was interesting. So, sandwich technique, something positive, affirming, loving, followed by, mentioning the behavior you would like to address in a constructive manner, like maybe we could start trying it this way, and then follow up with something positive also, like I really appreciate you listening to what I have to say here and considering doing it, or something like that. Might benefit you. So here you are showing up for your reading. We have the King of Keys, which is very much a Virgo card to me. And this is about moving forward in a very deliberate, a very organized way, but also, surveying all that you own and knowing where it is that you want to go, and just that awareness. And I notice he's on a horse, and so is the choice. And so I think making the decision, make it a choice, moving yourself forward with confidence, but paying attention to details is going to be important. So let's see. Okay, well, this one really didn't matter which way it was. So we have commitment. So at the center of this, the key to the situation here this month is making a commitment to yourself. What are the choices, the changes, the decisions you want to make? What's important to you? Which way do you want to go? This is about you making a contract with yourself, making a commitment to yourself about how you want this next month to start off your next year, your next solar cycle, right? So what is it that you want? What's important to you? Write it down. When I look at this and I see written words, I think it becomes even more important that we write down our commitments. And also, I think with this new moon in Virgo, it's very important that we have things written down this time, that we write out an actual plan. And don't always feel as strongly about that as I do this time through. So in the recent past, what was on your mind was you're feeling a little left out, a little behind, almost like I'm doing all the work over here and everybody else is having fun and I wish I didn't have all this work piling up. So let's see what we can do to help you to navigate through this. And so the 6th house is ruled by Virgo, and that is all about that work-life balance. That's also about physical health, and I noticed the physical health showed up for you. And so if you're working too hard and you're not taking care of yourself, then your work-life balance is definitely off. And so maybe you need to speak up in a kind way and say, I'm making some choices that are going to be better for me, because then I'll feel better, I'll have better physical health, and it'll be better for everyone because, you know, when I'm feeling a little stressed, that doesn't serve anyone. And so to be the best version of myself, I'm going to create more balance in my life. I'm going to find a way to have more fun. So instead of like looking at everything I need to do, I'm going to turn around and look outside and go, you know what, I want to go out there and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to spend time doing the things that I enjoy. I'm going to actually get out and look at the outside world. And moving forward, you have paths unknown. That's that choice. So these are the things you're thinking about. You're thinking about how busy you are, how you would like more balance in your life, and how are you going to go about getting it. So this is really great. Making a commitment to yourself is going to get you there. In the heart space, again, you're thinking about how you don't seem to, it was in the reverse, and I kind of feel like that's important here because it's in the area of obstacles. And so I feel like, well, not obstacles, but anxieties. Like you want to move your life forward and you want to change direction. You're feeling a little stuck. So make a commitment to yourself to bring the balance in so that you can have the choice to move forward. Okay, now this one is pointing to something, and I'm going to show you it in the upright. The architect, you see him? He's pointing. And the direction he was pointing in is important because he's pointing at the commitment. When you make this commitment to yourself, you are going to feel it in your heart space and you're going to know that it's right and you're going to do the work that's necessary. This being in the reverse, when I do these readings, the only thing that really focuses is where is he pointing? And he's pointing to the commitment. So it's really important that you make it a commitment to yourself. Write it down. See how the architectural plans are written out? It's important. It's really important, more than I usually feel. In the recent past, you have the King of Scrolls. Now, the King of Scrolls, this right here is pointing to the fact that you want to take a journey and you're trying to gather the information. And I don't think, I mean, I guess it could be an actual trip, an actual journey, and maybe that's what you're making the commitment to. Maybe that's how you bring the balance into your life. I'm working too hard. I want to have some fun. I want to go see something. I want to go do something new. But I feel like this could also possibly be your spiritual journey, your journey forward in life, your journey toward creating a balanced life. Look at all this power you have. In the action, in the current, you have the Akashic records. The Akashic fields. This is all kind of energy and guides and spiritual advice. Everything is available to you. The sources are available to you to help you to get there. This is a really good reading that you're having. So this one, okay, so you have set your sails. But again, he's looking back. But I think you should be looking forward. So use this energy of the Akashic fields, this one of forces, this making this commitment to yourself, bringing the balance in to start moving your life forward so that you're not always looking back. Because you had a couple of them where you were looking back, and the idea in life is always to be learning, to growing, and to be moving forward. And so putting that as a focus of what you're trying to create for yourself, I feel will be very beneficial to you this month. So let's get a little bit of advice on how to navigate through this thinking process for the decision making that you have. You have the spiritual eagle. So call on the angels, call on the guides. Archangel Metatron just popped into my head and said, hey, hey. So call on the angels, look for spiritual guidance to help you to choose, but also change your perspective. When I see this tower, it's like you need a higher perspective because it was in the reverse, which means that he's not looking up, right? So change your perspective, take a look around, see things from a higher vantage point. Get a bigger picture. Sometimes when we're in the thick of things and there's so much piled on us, all we can see is what's right in front of us. And what would be much better is if you could step back, take a look at the big picture. And sometimes when we're trying to create goals, you start with the big picture and you work your way backwards to find out what your first step is. So I want this. What do I need to get to here? Well, I need to know this. Well, how do I find out what that is? Well, then I need to do this to get that information. Well, what am I going to have to do to get that information? Well, am I have to take this step? Well, what am I going to have to do to get there? And so you kind of work your way backwards and in to where you begin. But it's great when you start with the big picture and then you work your way down to the finer details. It's a great way to, when you're making a big change. Sometimes it's better just to figure out what you need to do next steps, but this month feels so much like it's the big picture, it's the big plan. You want to figure out where you're going to be 6 months from now, a year from now. It's kind of like that. Wow, did you see that? Just come flying out, and it says to follow your passion. So what do you really want? Make that commitment to yourself, whatever it is that you want, in any arena that you want. Now is the time to make a plan, make a commitment to yourself, and start working toward it. Wow, that was flew out. So this is, right now, the universe has done a lot of, we co-create with the universe, and the universe has done a lot of work. There's been a lot of eclipse energy. There's been a lot of clearing out of stuff. And this last full moon cycle that we had in Aquarius was really intense. Okay, it was really intense. And so there was an awful lot of things that happened that got cleared out by the universe, and now it's your turn. When you co-create, now it's your turn. They've set the table. They've invited all the important people. The planets are aligning. Everything is great. Now all you got to do is go in and pitch your idea to the universe and be willing to start doing the hard work. So you have Raven, prepare for a change. No kidding. No kidding, right? We have the cat, be relaxed and independent, be willing to stand up for yourself, make your own choices, decide what you're going to do, be relaxed about it. I always love it when Virgo's told to be relaxed. You're like, I'm trying, but it's part of that balance thing, right? And then you have rat, be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Again, this is you being you. This is you standing up for yourself, speaking your truth, stepping into your power, making your choices, deciding where you want to go because you can do this right now. Everything is lined up for it. And then they're doubling down on this balance thing. It says stay balanced and in your essence. So creating balance in your life, work-life balance, emotional balance, physical balance, getting outside more often, getting yourself grounded. And then you have shark, lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. And I really feel that it's about speaking your truth. Yes, speak your truth. But do it in a way that people want to hear it. Do it in a way that is going to be productive and not, destructive. You know that moment when you say something and you're like, oh man, I could have done that better. So take a little pause, take a little breath, and say it to yourself in your head and go, wow, how did that sound? Maybe I need to do that a little differently. All right, let's get you a color card for the month. I guess it's that one or two. Oh, that's it. Okay. Ooh, you have Azure protect yourself, and I think that is about you have the freedom to make your own choices. Don't let other people make them for you. Be independent. Be willing to see things from a higher vantage point. Know that you're going to make changes. Don't let other people tell you how you're going to live your life. That's up to you to do. And you have ground yourself. Of course you do. That's Virgo. Yeah, that's where you draw. That's where you draw your essence. That's where you draw you recharge and you feel superpowered. Get outside, go for a walk in nature, bare feet on the ground, get your hands in the dirt. It's either time to start gardening to get ready for the fall or for the spring. You know, start making that effort, that time, get out there and do what you need to do to clear your energy. Because you have big changes coming. That's part of it. And I'm clearing emotional clutter, which did not show up here, but sometimes we hang on to things because they belong to our great-grandmother and we really don't like it and whatever. Maybe find a better place for it or someone that could use it because your grandmother's energy is still with you no matter what, okay? So clear some clutter. Anything else? All right, that's it. All right, great. So leave me a comment, and I'll put you in the drawing, and you guys have a great, great birthday season. So happy birthday, and you take care. We'll talk soon, okay?